Anyways, let's get this started. Welcome to our Dadcast.
The Dadcast.
I'm TalkinSpicyNess.
I'm TalkinSpicyNess too.
God damn it, every time. Like the anticipation getting going. Right? It's
always that start.
It's always that start. All right. I'm Spicy Bean Dip.
I'm Bakeness.
And then you might remember this guy.
I'm back. I'm Junior.
Yeah, Junior, the king of the Nord.
Yeah.
Nords, is that right?
Norse.
Nords
are the witches that
He's a
decide
pagan.
fate.
He's a pagan terrorist.
I don't know about terrorist.
I don't know.
Okay. See that end up on social media this afternoon. I might have to delete all my accounts now.
Yeah. Jesus.
YouTube gone.
Oh God, my
I don't know what a pagan
followers.
terrorist would be. I was trying to think of. There's a album from Acid Bath.
Really, kind of any.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. So,
okay.
Acid Bath is a fucking old band.
Oh.
They have a album. It's Pagan Terrorist Tactics. Yeah, that's what popped into my head. I don't know why. I just went into a fucking random thing.
Right. Unlocking core memories here, bro.
Core memories.
At least that was a good one.
Yeah. It's not like a depressed memory. Like, oh man, I wish I didn't remember that.
What are you drinking?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I had Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there was a little bit of whiskey left, but I was like, I want a little sweet real quick because I drank like 3 fucking glasses of whiskey this morning already. Or
this afternoon.
Since we've started, so.
Yeah.
And then I'm about to bust out that mead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I know they're not. I know it's not a sponsor, but like I 100% had like 2 liquid IVs on the way down because I was like, I'm gonna have whiskey, probably a beer or 2. Like I'm gonna have to set myself up for tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna be a responsible dad.
There you go.
I'm gonna be able to get up in the morning and like cook breakfast with the kids and.
I didn't do that, but
I
I was responsible to whether I drank like a half a gallon of water right before I went to bed.
Oh, okay.
And then I woke up and drank another like half gallon of water, and I felt pretty good.
Hey, I still deem that dad responsible.
Yeah.
Because at least you can mull yourself out of bed and like.
I did stay up till 2 a.m. playing video games.
Okay, now see that's your own damn fault. You let that fucking detail out.
I woke up at 10.
Yeah. It was still AM, you know.
Last couple weekends I've been waking up at like noon. I hate it. I feel like crap.
Yeah.
It's probably the worst feeling ever because I feel like I just wasted my whole morning.
Yeah. And then you got so much to do in the morning, you know, and then you just sleep on in.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with me.
I don't even know what that is.
If I didn't sleep in, I would wake up and play video games and waste my time anyways. So.
Yeah, you might as well, sleeping in.
I stay up late and play video games all the damn time, and I get all of my shit done like at the off hours where I should be resting. Get the house cleaned up, mow the lawn real quick.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those guys that like I'll go to my wife and I'll be like, hey, it's gonna be Saturday. I've worked my absolute ass off all week. I think I'm gonna sleep in a little bit. She's like, yeah, okay. If like at 6 a.m. I'm just like, okay, I'm up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have a 5-year-old that stands in your face and is like, Dad.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some Cocoa Krispies? I'm up now. So much for getting sleeping in.
No, go back to bed.
We just tell our girls, it's like, if you can reach it, you can eat it. Go get yourself some cereal.
I want to say that, but I know for a fact that I'd be like, no, yeah, go get it yourself.
It'd just be a mess.
Oh, Dad.
Crash.
Yeah, right? Or like the whole fridge is going to come over.
Right.
Like, bro.
How do you even manage that?
40 pounds. How did you manage to knock a 200-pound fridge over?
Which that brings me to our first question about parenting stuff. Because this is the Dadcast, and we're here to talk about dad stuff.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to you guys.
Happy Fappy Day.
Yeah.
Because now, because why not put an Eve in front of everything,
right?
Father's Day Eve.
Father's Day Eve. This should be like the night that dads get to go out and do like things with their buddies.
Well, you know what? We're setting it now. Like,
You're right.
I took off Monday. We could always do that Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to be in a warehouse on Monday and be like, I could have gone out and partied.
Right.
Although this is what tonight is for me.
Yes.
Tonight is my dad's like,
They held my pinky out and enjoy myself before I go back home to the kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We can start off with a basic question.
Say it to the mic.
Oh yeah. Well, I was talking to my computer. Okay. Say, how has dadhood changed your perspective on life?
I think being like. So I think the only way to to answer this is to like explain the emotions that I had literally the second my oldest son was like out.
Yeah.
Is that like it definitely changes immediately, that it's like you don't live for yourself anymore.
Right.
And like you immediately become that, like anything that happens to this little kid is not my problem. Like my problems don't really exist. Like everything is about that right now.
Yeah.
Because like babies are so, not to say helpless, but like they're so fragile and like new.
Oh, I wouldn't even hold a baby up until I had
Were you
Lily.
scared? Were you scared to hold your daughter?
No, not at all with Lily. I was at first kind of, but it was more in my head than anything. But as soon as I had her, I was fine.
Yeah, no. They're like, it's the second the baby comes out, they put the baby on the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like all that, and then you're like standing in the background, and you're like,
My turn. My turn.
All right.
Like, I remember the doctor like, or the nurse like handing my oldest to me, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to fucking drop him. I'm scared." She's like, "Why don't you sit down?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's 100% a better idea."
Yeah.
But like, you know, like you've seen those scenes in movies where like guys become dads for the first time, and they're like, "Oh my god, they're so precious." And like I've always made the joke because I didn't actually say it, but it's like that moment where you sit there and you're looking at your kid and you go, I would fuck up a bear with my literal hands to keep you alive. Like
Right.
it creates such an emotional response that like
You need
Right.
bond.
yeah, like you know when you meet
Brings
your
out
wife,
some fucking natural instincts, kind of.
100%. Like it's a whole different primal level of like. I didn't know I'd ever consider killing somebody over my kid. Like, holy shit, that's a new thing.
It's like, why is that person touching? I don't know this person. Like when you get like those random people that like say, "Oh, look at the baby," and they go up and touch him, and you're like backing off. Like, don't like why are you trying to touch my baby?
Story time. Story time. We were in the grocery store with our first, and like, you know, I think it was like our first or second trip to the grocery store after getting out of the hospital and, you know, getting settled back into the house and whatnot. And straight up, a older lady came up and like went to go pinch my child's cheek. I think like my wife like jerked the cart back and she's like, "Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Get the hell away from my kid! Like you can looky, no touchy."
Yeah. Smile, wave.
Yeah, it's like kids are like literally porcelain dolls in that aspect. It's like,
yeah.
so you can look at it all day, but if you open that glass case, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, no, I was like, why are you trying to touch it? Like, I don't know if
Right?
it's like an instinct or something like that, but like,
I think it
I
is.
was like, never since when like I was older, I would never want to be like, maybe just because it's a male versus a female thing.
Yeah.
I've never been like, oh look, that cute baby, I want to go try and touch it, fucking. What, Steve Irwin style? Crikey! There's a cute baby over here. I'm gonna go try to touch it. That should be a fucking YouTube thing. Really, what touch random people babies.
Steve Irwin would be a little bit better than like Russell Crowe in South Park.
I guarantee
very
you,
true.
you get a taser or a barrel.
Oh, sure, and I'm sure, but I'm sure the fucking views would go off.
Oh yeah.
Line.
Oh yeah.
I bet you. Now, there you go for all you content creators.
Yeah.
Take
get
that.
your white watch now tomorrow.
Yeah,
like
tomorrow.
3 weeks now. Like
Papi Chulo. Is that his name?
damn, Papi Chulo, I'm
Is
gonna
that-
go touch babies.
Is that his name or was it
I don't know.
Papi Minuno?
Oh, Chupapi Mañano.
Yeah, there you go.
What's funny is that like so working in construction, I finally understand what that means.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, in like from what I'm told, 100%, we're gonna get blasted for this. I'm like, no, it's actually fucking like verbatim this. What I was explained is that Chupapi Mañano is like in actual formal Spanish is like fucking gibberish.
Yeah.
But if you what's the like fucked up dictionary that's not the real dictionary?
Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. So if you like Urban Dictionary it, It's like
That's
suck
real.
my dick, Poppy.
So that's real. It taught me what a blue waffle is. It's real.
No, I'm not denying that it's real, but it's like you're not going to go into school and your third grade teacher is going to be like, hey, the fucking Urban Dictionary says that this is a hairy cunt. And you're like, whoa, what?
What? Is that what it means? Oh.
No. No, chupame mañana for one told is like suck my dick, dad.
Aren't you
Something.
Spanish?
No.
Or Mexican?
Yeah, I'm something like that, but not like no one taught me things.
Yeah,
No one taught me things.
Yeah, he's the outsider.
Oh. But yeah, no, I understand that, but it's like different from like when you had like my first kid and then compared to my second kid.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I was like a totally different age group.
Yeah. When,
Thank you,
no, yeah, definitely that first kid. The first kid, you're like, everything becomes terrifying. Hey, stay away from that. Don't go near that. Oh,
See, I don't know
fuck.
if I was like, I mean, I was pretty like let him venture around, but then like I don't know, I was also 20 years old, 21 years old.
Yeah,
with
I
the
was
kids, so,
23
my
with our first
mindset
one.
was a little different.
Yeah.
And like now that was like I had mine at 31, 32. I'm like, damn, like I would have never done this nowadays compared to like.
Oh, yeah, compared
back
from
then.
our first to our
No,
second.
Yeah.
I
Totally
like
different.
we definitely in definitely certain aspects with our second, it was a whole lot of like, no, wait, let him fuck around and find out. Let's see how this
And then the whole
goes.
back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like let's see how this works out. Yep, no, that's exactly what the fuck happens. Except
Yeah.
for your first, you're like,
Yeah.
back the fuck up.
And then you get to that age, you're like, nope, go.
Yeah,
I told you once.
I think it's 5.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's 5 years old. If 5-year-old's like, hey, what happens if I do that? I don't know. Why don't you go find out? Damn well, no, I know what's gonna happen.
Right.
But now he's gonna be like, oh, cool, I ain't doing that fucking thing again.
It's funny is girls don't learn the same way.
Oh no.
Because, like, Alana has walked into the fucking, our desk right there, right, going in the kitchen like 100 times. Like, she just doesn't have space or what
Spatial awareness.
Spatial awareness
Yeah.
whatsoever. So she'll, like, fucking run into it with her leg or her knee or her hip and fucking, it's like, screams. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
just pay attention to where you're walking.
Yeah, fucking look with your
I
eyes.
wasn't looking. I was like,
Exactly.
and she's like slightly autistic, so she just calls herself out.
Yeah. It's that brutal honesty that was like,
Where Lily
100%,
was like, I
just
was
didn't
paying
give a shit.
attention. It's like it jumped out in front of me. My daughter would just lie, or Alana's like, I just wasn't fucking paying attention.
So I do love that the difference of kids, like, because I have a really sweet age right now, and you have a very sweet age too, because your oldest is
11.
11, and then you have a newborn.
Yes.
I have a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, so like both are very mobile,
Yes.
and it's so amazing to watch the 1-year-old see what the 5-year-old does, and go, oh, I can fucking do that.
Yeah.
And he tries to do it, and you see that look of like, man, I thought I had it. Like, I was 100% committed, and it still didn't work.
Yeah, Lily's 8, Lana's 9, so they kind of like go off each other. But Lily grew up with her cousins, and they were 2 older boys, so they were 5 years older than her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's always had her. One's 5, one's 7 years older. So it's like she's always had older kids to
Siblings
fucking
around.
follow around and fucking chase. And she learned a lot from the boys back then. It's like I have videos of her running around with the Iron Man suit, fucking wrestling with fucking hitting them.
Yeah.
But now she's completely lost that, and she's gone back to a girly thing. So now you can fucking flick her on her knee, and she starts crying. Like
She's that sweet
whining.
innocence where you're like, hey, don't
What's
fucking
up?
do that.
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
It makes her
But
cry
she
more.
doesn't.
You're right.
She doesn't do
Yeah.
bad. She actually holds back quite a bit. Like I've seen her like do a tough face, and she gets like
Oh, yeah.
she tries to look angry almost, but you can tell she's just fighting back tears almost.
I will say, for as long as I've known you, yeah, your daughter is tough, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen her take some diggers, and it was like,
Right.
she's
Oh
like,
yeah. So,
pops up, and she's
let's
like,
say
oh, I'm good.
before you had your first, her and Daxon used to play all the
Oh,
time.
yeah, Yeah, and then we moved to fucking an hour north of you guys.
That's what I forgot to tell you. So you were, I think it was the first time you were over here, and Lily's like, "Why was, Junior?" And she said your name.
Yeah, yeah.
She was like, "Why is Junior here?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, because she was thinking about when we used to hang out with Sarah, and she'd always hang out with Daxton and see you guys in the morning and shit. So it's like, I could see her brain thinking about like the whole fucking past and like kind of remembering that shit.
I will say that's.
Oh, hey, puppies.
So,
not even as a dad. It's just like as a dude. It's always satisfying when like somebody's kid is like, oh hey, I know you, and it's like, oh great, the awkwardness is gone.
Yeah.
Because kids lack that like that social skill of being like, oh hey, how are you?
they don't see a problem. Like, they don't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm like, I don't know, like.
It's just like me when I'm drunk.
You love everybody when you've been drinking.
I'm a very talkative person.
I remember so I'll take it back. I remember the first time I met you, I was like, this dude just doesn't give a fuck about like not knowing anybody, does he?
Go on, dogs. And kids, go.
Perfect.
Other kids, furry kids.
But yeah, like, you know, the first time I met you, I was like, oh yeah, this dude fucking, he's a people person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda gotta be.
It's not a good thing sometimes.
Yeah.
I end up in conversations, and then if I'm feeling myself and I feel really good, and I don't want to leave, and then like we should be going somewhere, and I'm like, no, I want to stay because like I feel good because I've had all these conversations, and I'm in the fucking mode of like conversating and getting into these things, and like playing pool. Like I get like that real bad. Like I just do not want to leave.
Right.
So that's why it's bad sometimes. I just very social person. So
I'm the same that way sometimes too. Like definitely, like if I'm in that comfortable space.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, it's fucking like 11:30. And we're like, cool.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like,
you
want to go pass out? Like, go on. Like,
right.
Yeah. No, I definitely. If I get in that uncomfortable space, I'm the guy who hides in the corner. I'm just like sitting.
Just curled up, not really curled up, but like try to get as small as you can. Like, don't notice me.
Well, I'm like, you know, not to. Yeah, but like growing up with ADHD, like bad ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
I get extremely overwhelmed because it's a superpower and a curse. I can listen to two conversations at the same time, but then you throw a third conversation in, and I'm like, how do I track?
Anxiety starts to get fucking.
Oh yeah, it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And then that's when I start sitting in corners. I'm just like nobody. I don't want to be here anymore.
I'm gonna explode. Or I'm
too much information. Was I just talking about his titties, or like, what the I'm fucking confused now.
I'm getting attacked by a gnat. So, if the camera's looking at me and they're like, why is Blake fucking tweaking? I'm just the fucking gnat flying around me. I'm trying to...
Got that microchip in the back of his brain where he can control his phone with his eyeballs. That new Apple Vision or whatever it's called, that AR thing.
That, like...
has to pass through.
What's it called? It looks like that movie or that book, Ready Player One.
Yeah.
I didn't look into it. I was like, this looks stupid.
I was scrolling TikTok and I saw a keynote on it and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So Isaac, how has being a father changed your perspective on life?
On life? I kind of got into it a little bit when. I
know we kind of talked about this.
Yeah, like my.
I wanted to direct
the first
question
one.
at all of us.
I guess the first one I was just trying to get by and still, I guess, kind of be a young adult while being the best father that I could.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I did a little bit of it. I still shouldn't. Like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, if I went back, I would have done it a lot differently now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But now my second one, I'm 5 months in.
Yeah.
And it's like doing little things here and there, but I won't really know until, I feel like, when she's a little bit older.
Yeah.
And then I'll see how, like, everything changes.
Yeah, the girl stuff.
And I don't
Honestly,
know if it's
I feel
change between, like, a boy and female, you know?
Right.
And, like, I don't know. Like,
that's what I was going to say. I feel like the girl's going to be a lot easier for you.
Yeah.
But honestly, Caden
he was super easy,
pretty
too.
lax.
Yeah.
But Caden is also Caden.
Yeah. We had that's a whole nother, like, subject we might be able to get into.
Right.
You know, that's
because he is an emotional boy.
Yes.
So compared to, like, a lot of boys where your boys are fucking dirt and fucking just injuries constantly. His kid's the opposite, where he's kind of chill, cleanly, fucking
Yeah.
gamer.
Dude,
He's a
it's full-on
gamer.
fight to get my boy to clean his room.
Oh yeah, no, I
It's
get tears.
nasty.
I get tears.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
literally, I had
I'm
literally
like, hey,
cried.
go clean your room. Okay, after this, like, okay, after that game, I'm like doing 7 hours goes by. I'm like, the hell, man! Like,
Oh yeah.
I said after that game, it's still the same game. Like hell, it is. Turn it off and start cleaning my room.
Yeah.
Still
And just
slacks
like-
off, and then another
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
half hour goes by, and you're like, have to fucking clean the room, or I'm gonna whoop your ass and I'm
Yeah.
gonna take all your games.
Yep.
That I know my wife.
I don't know how many times I've said that. Like, I'm taking everything, and like by now, like, yeah, right, you are.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing is they do.
I've took her shit, but I've never whooped her ass.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna put me on blast. No, so like, I definitely believe that there's a scale to parenting. There's like, hey, can you do this? I need you to do this. I'm gonna make you do this, and then
It's like fucking let's
you
go.
blow that goddamn top and you're screaming, your face is red, you're shaking, and the kid's just standing there like, that's all you got, motherfucker? And, you know, ass spankings have happened,
Oh yeah.
but
Right.
it's definitely like, I've exhausted every single fucking option,
Yeah.
and it's, you know, it's never a fun thing to do.
No.
You always feel like an asshole
Spank that
doing it
fucking-
afterwards.
Yeah.
but
Spank
you're
that
like,
fucking kid.
fuck, why did that get the goddamn point across? Like,
Right.
it could have been a hell of a lot easier getting to...
Well, now like he's like that they're older. Or, like I feel like he's older. It's like, dude, like I really don't want to go through this with you.
Yeah.
Just get your shit done.
Yeah,
Figure
I'm
it out.
definitely now at the point where like I don't argue. I'm trying not to argue
Yeah.
anymore because I'll just do the whole like, you know what, if you don't, I'm gonna take a shit. And like he called me on it one day. We were living in Arvada at our old place, and he fucking called me on it. And I was like, I'm gonna get rid of everything in your goddamn room. I will put it in a bag and I'll give it to kids who actually give a shit about their stuff and like want to put their stuff away. And he's like, he like made a little look at me and I was like, well, fuck, no, I have to do it. Go
And it
march
hurts
in-
you.
Yeah,
Because
go
like
march
this
in
is the shit I
whole
paid
time.
for.
Yeah, it's like I bought this fucking thing and now I'm like threatening to throw it in the trash. It got so bad that like I bagged this shit up, and of course it's the whole what are you doing?
No.
It got so far to the point that I had to go outside and like he followed me. I had to put it in the fucking trash can, and I was like, that's like $800 for the I actually put it in there, closed the lid. Second he went inside, I was like, get the fuck back out of the trash can.
Yeah.
I bought this shit. I'm not throwing that away.
Right.
Yeah, go sell it on eBay.
Right.
Sell them Facebook Marketplace.
The people just showing up and be like,
Right.
of course,
Would that
they'd
be-
like, it'd be the thing he's playing with, and be like, hey, daddy needs that right now. It's going somewhere
Right?
else.
Like, does that make? Remember when you pissed me off last weekend because you went to clean your room? I told you I was going to sell it. Well, the time has come.
Yeah,
Give
sorry,
it to
buddy.
me, damn
Give me your
it.
fucking Tonka truck, you little shit.
The sale has come through.
Yeah, right? Like, somebody actually bought this piece.
eBay has. I have to send this order through eBay. Sorry.
Yeah, I need a box.
Oh, my glass is empty.
And mine is. I've
Hold
been
on.
waiting for that.
That is the level where what we were at.
I'm ready.
Oh, that's quite a bit.
No, it's not, because
I grew up a reefer madness kid.
I know.
My parents were 100% those parents that are like, you smoke weed, next thing you know, in an alley, sucking dick. You're like, what?
That hostile?
Maybe a lot less aggressive, but yeah, definitely a lot less
To a
aggressive. But like, my brain heard it as like you're gonna be in a Motel 6 with somebody you don't fucking know, and like you're gonna be doing shit.
yeah.
Like, yeah, no, 100%. I grew up a reefer.
That's how I
madness kid.
thought it was going to be, but never really was.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's
Yeah.
100% right. I have done every one of those bad things they say you're going to end up doing.
Yeah,
Just one night, you know. Like that's the
I
thing.
don't-
They
East
make it
Coast
seem
friends.
like it's going to be your whole life. No, it just happens one
It's
night and you
glorious
regret
summer.
it.
It's the course of a glorious summer in between freshman and sophomore year. of high school.
No, my
I've
parents-
melted into plenty of couches.
Jeez.
my parents
Watch
were-
people almost die.
They were hypocrites. They did it. And they're like, you can't do this. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's 100% what it is.
You can't.
100%.
So like, when I talked to my boy about it, I'm like, you should probably wait till you're older to do this. But
Well, this is probably going to be an
It's
unpopular
just gonna be.
opinion.
It's like drinking alcohol, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when you're. It's okay when you're of this age,
Right.
but you know, not so much okay.
Yeah.
That's how we've
like-
treated it, just like alcohol to Lily. Is like, this is adult shit. You don't touch it.
You
You
don't
don't go
touch it,
around
leave it
it.
around
You're
it.
21 years old or old.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, what about for you?
It changed my whole life, actually. I probably would be dead. I still drink a lot, but at the point I was, right around the time I found out I had Lily or she was coming, I was at a very crazy downward spiral of my life. And it didn't change, like, other stuff ended up coming up, which brought me closer to death. But it changed the path that I was on with drinking and going out to bars and fucking doing stupid shit.
Learn how to moderate and like pull yourself back a little bit.
And it did help. It helped with that. I was saving to go to Ireland, so it ruined my Ireland trip. Sorry, that was a bad perspective.
Yeah.
Something a little salty.
Wow.
Like, fuck,
Thank you
talk
for
about
the-
repressed
thank-
memories. You're the reason I didn't go.
No, so actually that was a big thing that came up. So it's a huge thing. So I had saved up like $5,000, and I was supposed to be going with Butters and Missy to Ireland
Okay.
when they went to Ireland.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I was supposed to be going or if I was planning on going because I was going to buy a ticket with them, and I was thinking about doing everything. Well, then I get a call from saying she's pregnant, and my reaction was, "Oh, cool. So what are we doing?" She didn't like that.
She didn't like that?
No,
So,
she didn't.
did-
'Cause I was way too nonchalant.
Was she expecting like
She was expecting me to freak out a little bit. And, like, honestly, my brain went to like as soon as I heard it, flipped, and it was like, okay, so we're gonna take care of this and we're gonna do it. And, like, I just instantly just like
you just snapped into the mode.
I
like,
snapped
alright, tell me
into
where to
it.
be.
I did, and all my money I saved up, I put into getting stuff for Lily, setting up a room.
Yeah.
Fucking, we were supposed to be building a fucking little fucking side house on property and put a bunch of fucking money to that. That was a fucking throwing it into a hole,
Yeah.
throwing it into a pit. It's a waste of money, but yeah, I put everything I could towards her and just stuck around. And I don't think I wouldn't change it a thing. It was a good decision. And
Yeah.
it really, like, honestly, perspective on life, I've always had the same thought. I knew exactly if I was going to have a kid, I'm going to change the way I do things, and I'm going to change how I act in a lot of situations.
Right.
What was the question? Oh, yeah.
You have it. You have the damn thing.
How do you balance your role as a dad with other responsibilities such as work and personal interests? So yeah, for me on this one, it's kind of a bitch because I have custody shit with Tori to where, unlike you, where you have a season or what is it?
It's still like custody stuff, but
Well,
it's
but
like,
yours
it's
is
more spread out. Just for
yours spread out by months or whatever, where mine's only spread out by
weeks,
days even.
Yeah.
So I do like Wednesdays. I have her every night for dinner night. And then I basically have her every weekend, Friday to Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Or Monday morning. And there's, out of a 4-week period, Tori gets her 1 week.
Oh,
And then
okay.
it goes 3 more weeks I have her, and then the 4th week, or 3rd week, whatever, she
No,
gets her.
is that court decided custody?
Yeah, so we actually we did mediation
Oh, okay.
for
Okay.
ours.
Okay.
which I highly recommend.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
If you guys go, like if the other dads go,
I
into-
recommend suggesting mediation, but the true thing you should do is push for exactly what you want.
Exactly. Well, when you go there, like you get like, can we go in there with your ideas of what you want exactly?
Yeah.
Don't fold. Don't.
But the thing with mediation
hard.
too is if you go in there and you kind of just listen to certain people, like if you're listening to the mediator, or you're kind of basing your idea off of what they're saying, you can end up in a situation where you don't have what you actually wanted.
You're right. And then
So
the best thing is like either
Ask for what you want, and
and it's okay. Like you don't decide on that night, but like, okay, let me go home, look this over,
Yeah.
and think about it. You know, we don't just decide right then and there. Because that's, I mean, we did a mediation with my son's mom, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that's okay. And then like I called my lawyer back and was like, hey, we discussed this in the mediation, but I don't want to do that. So can I back out? She's like, you could totally back out. You didn't sign anything.
Right.
I was like, cool. And then they're like, they were upset that, they weren't upset, but like his mom was upset, and his mom's lawyer was like, you discussed this.
You did the over the phone mediation?
No,
shit?
I was there too.
Oh, all right.
But like for some
we
odd reason,
we did face to face mediation.
that's what I did.
where
But like
she
for
was
some
on
odd
the
reason,
other
it was
side.
weird. It was weird because like she got like exactly what she wanted, and like the way it sounded, I was like, yeah, cool. I guess I don't know. Maybe I was just trying to be like super sweet
More
in
agreeing.
there,
More
more
agreeing.
agreeing, so it
Yeah.
looks better on my part. But like you can still be agreeing, and like this is tough for a 21-year-old to do, you know.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and like
Right.
not like you're just barely becoming.
Yeah, I think I was
an adult
20.
man learning.
I think I was
learning the
25.
basics, you know.
I was like 25 or 26 when I dealt with everything.
Yeah,
So.
but even at that age, you're still
Right.
So, like I like this is the first time like being 30. Like okay, like I could handle being a fucking parent, whether it's like me already doing it one time or like it's
So
like
what's yours
more understanding.
was yours right in the beginning of Caden? Or how old was he when you guys started doing your
Oh,
shit?
like right in the beginning, because that shit was like 5 years that it took for the.
Well, I was going to say, because me and Tori were together for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started falling apart or whatever.
Oh, yeah, no,
Whatever.
we
it
were
was,
together.
It was when Lily was like 2 years old.
Oh yeah, no, we were never together.
So, yeah.
So it was just like going back and forth. I moved to another state to be with that kid.
Yeah, you moved out to Kansas City, I remember.
Well, not KC, down in Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
To be with them, and that's the only thing. Because like I grew up with a
Yeah,
bunch
it was
of
right outside of Kansas City, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
like I grew up with a bunch of girls in my family because there's only like very few boys. So like having the girls, I always heard about their deadbeat boyfriends, their deadbeat baby daddies, and I was
It's
like,
funny,
that's
you
not
still
gonna be
hear
me.
about it, but then, like, I don't see it as often as you... Like, you used to hear about it and see
Oh,
it
yeah.
all
All
the
the time.
time.
Oh, yeah.
Now you don't see it anymore.
Now
Well,
the
I
more I
think
hear
people-
about it is more like dads getting
Fucked
effed over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, fuck, like just let them be
Yeah,
part of their
sarcasm.
life. Like why are you trying to make it so hard on them when they're trying to be in your kid's life, you know?
Yeah.
And your guys' kid's life, you know?
That was
Yeah.
a big thing for me. He says, like, I had, like, a few buddies going through the same shit I did, and their baby mamas were, like, letting them have a kid whenever they wanted. And obviously, since then, they've had issues and have told me about some of the stuff they've dealt with. But, like, right in the beginning of everything, I was like, why am I just getting so fucked over? It's like, because she just went full on, like, he's a piece of shit and was trying to take everything from me. And
Yeah,
I was like,
trying-
I was never
trying to
a piece of
absolutely
shit.
ruin
Like,
you.
I was like,
Yeah.
the worst
Yeah,
thing I
it's-
ever did was started smoking weed again. Because when Lily was born, I quit everything. I quit
Yeah.
smoking. I quit drinking. I quit fucking everything. And then once me and Tori started arguing again, and fucking, it's like that's when I picked up smoking again. And I was already like drinking a beer here and there, but and I would start going out fucking after she'd just bitch at me and kick me out of the house or whatever.
Right.
And it got to the point where she was calling me a bad father, and it was like fucking calling me all this shit. And I was like, I know I'm not a bad father. I've been here for this kid for
Day
every
one.
fucking step of the way, and I've never fucking not showed up, or I've never not been here for either of you. So I don't understand why you would even say that kind of shit. And like it became a big thing, and like I started questioning myself at one point. It was like, am I being a bad father? Am I? And it was like,
I think that comes with every dad.
Yeah.
Because like, unlike both you, you know, I'm still with the lady who's birthed both of my kids, and we're very happily married and whatnot. And but like even like there'll be days that like I know 100% I'm a good dad, but every once in a while you just sit there like it's those moments where you're sitting there like at 11 o'clock and you're like, do I fucking suck?
All right. Did I make the right choice?
Yeah. Like did I
Make the
handle?
right
Did I
decision,
parent
did I
that
do-
well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think every dad goes through that, but definitely when you're going through, like, somebody literally sitting there and being like, you suck.
Right.
You're like, well, after a while, you're like, maybe I am.
I know. And for what I was going through, like I said, I had quit doing all that shit, and, like, I was always there. The only time I wasn't there was work.
Yeah.
And so, like, it became a point to where she was yelling at me saying I was a piece of shit. It's like, the only time I'm not here is for work. Like,
Yeah.
I'm never not anywhere else. The only time I'm, like, doing anything. And then if I go to my mom's, I bring you with me, like, fucking... And then there was a point where I was like, all right, well, I'll just go stay at my mom's, like, because we argued so much. And it got to this thing where I was staying at my mom's, and I would, like, only see Lily for a few hours a day because I would, like, get off work, go drive all the way down to Castle Rock. So I work in Commerce City.
No.
I live in Lakewood, drive to Commerce City to work, then drive from Commerce City all the way to Castle Rock to see Lily. I'd hang out with her for 4 hours, 5 hours. And because we were arguing, I would drive back to my mom's house every night. And I would do that every day for like fucking... We did that for a few weeks, or a few months actually. And then I started getting good at... Or we started get better, I guess. And I got back with her. And like we were living together for a while. And we had one fucked up night that happened where we went out with her friends and got all fucked up. And like nothing happened, but a bunch of blame got put on me for some shit that didn't actually happen, which it's... The story is definitely hard to explain without seeming like a very bad guy.
You hear those stories in our past podcasts for sure.
I have brought up this story before.
Yeah, once or twice.
But nothing happened, and it's like that caused tension that started an argument that never went away.
Yeah.
And like it built on something, and then eventually from that argument became that I was like a bad dad, a bad father all the time, and I was never, like I said, I was just never doing anything wrong. I would go to work, come home, fucking be there for the kid, hang out, eat fucking dinner, do everything we're doing. And at one point it just broke me, and she fucking called me a bad dad, and I was like, I'm not a fucking bad father. I was like, fuck you, I'm fucking done. And I left, and I didn't come back. And then after that I was like, I'm gonna get a fucking lawyer, and I found the best lawyer I could and paid a shit ton of money and did everything I could to get my daughter. So
good.
Is that the mango?
This is the mango.
The mango habanero. Okay, hold on.
This is our.
Don't chug your shit. You can hold off. I'll just bring it in.
Yeah.
I feel like by the end of this, we're progressively just gonna have more and more bottles.
Yeah, I just don't want to drink it. Like we could drink.
That's the point of it. That's why we did
it. Though, like.
No, see, the key of getting yourself out there is distribute in small batches. Make sure you have it dialed, and then when you're like 100%, I know it's good. That's when you bottle. It's all trial and error, bro. Actually, you owe me.
For what? Yeah.
Because last time I was on the podcast, I told you that I was like, yeah, I'm going to start brewing my meat at home.
Oh, and
I have everything for it. Yeah. And you were supposed to come over.
Just I got to talk to you more. I'm bad with phone stuff. That's why he handles all the phone stuff usually.
Yeah.
Or
well, what's funny is like when I called you that I was here, I was like, oh yeah, Blake doesn't fucking answer his phone. I should call Isaac. And it's surprising you called me back. I was like, oh shit.
I do need to get better with that. That's my next year's resolution.
Next year's resolution, okay.
Yeah, oh no, I gotta go back in the room, give her a kiss, and make sure I make her way back to the bed before I go to bed, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know how many times twice, actually. I know exactly how many times. That's the biggest, fight we ever got in. I fall asleep on the couch, eating my food, and then, because I like to...
You say hi to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing. You said hello, but why did you come back to bed? It's, the biggest fight we ever got into. That's, the only fight that I think we ever get into. But, yeah.
No, there's definitely a level of,
We gotta wait for him.
There's definitely
Peer pressure?
I know, I said no pressure.
I said peer pressure.
I'm ready. No, I definitely think there's definitely a degree of, not to say, you've gotten the permission to go do something, but there's, the equal understanding there's, that once you've come home from that thing, initially it's like, hey, I'm home. How did things go while I was gone? Especially because when you have kids in the mix. Because I know for a fact the youngest is down, and right about now she should be getting the other one ready to bed.
Okay.
So,
all right.
The first question I'm going to ask her is how did things go with the kids? Because if I got to step into dad mode and go wake up a 5-year-old and be like, why the fuck were you an asshole?
Yeah.
I will.
See, I learned just to wait till the next morning.
It's probably a better approach, honestly. Now I'm sitting there thinking about it, it's Does that make me an asshole?
No,
yeah, it probably makes me an asshole. It's probably
when I get home, like I'm fucking tired. I'm like,
you don't want to
give it a few shakes.
I'll give it
give it a sniff.
We're doing.
Is it gonna have a good mouthfeel?
Oh, there's pepper in that, dude.
There's pepper in it.
Is it like actually spicy?
Oh yeah,
no, I haven't had it.
It's spicy.
Shit.
It's gonna hit.
Shit.
It's gonna kick the back of your throat. We put fucking 4 habaneros in this.
We were gonna do like a whole.
It was either 3 or 4. I think it was 3 actually.
I think we did 4.
Yeah.
4.
So is this going to be the official?
No,
branded...
we did 5 mangoes and 3 habaneros. I want to say
maybe
because we're gonna go more. And
is it too late to back out because I'm a bitch white boy that
that's not that.
Barely do jalapenos. He's just talking it up. He's like, "Oh, it's gonna fucking kill you, bro."
But he's also like, I don't know. My spice tolerance is a lot hotter.
It's hard to explain. So it's a burn, but
there it is.
It's not a pepper.
Oh, that's
burn.
fucking lovely.
Yeah. So it's a different type of burn.
You definitely taste the pepper in that.
No, yeah, it hits your throat.
100%. It's all. It's the flavor without the pain.
Didn't come out more.
Yeah, it's flavor without the pain.
I think we need to do actual mango flavoring,
like a puree syrup.
Yeah, that's what they have. So that's what we did. This is actually blueberry puree. And then, well, in a way, it's a type of puree. It's actually blueberry concentrate, but
right.
And then the apricot is a puree infusion too. So,
okay.
And that apricot is probably one of my favorite ones.
That's the one you guys had at the tasting, right?
Yes.
That went so
Instantly.
fucking fast.
Yes. Which we can try that one, but it'll taste very young.
Oh, okay.
Because it's still in the process of like.
If it's not ready, I'm not doing it.
Sitting. Oh well, it's fine. I guarantee it's probably actually good.
This is like almost like
that's
this
dope.
Is almost done.
Yeah, it just needs to clear, honestly.
Yeah. There was a video on TikTok that this lady tried using activated charcoal in her mead.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Fucking science, and it came out clear. Yeah, I know. He had to have seen it, but I was sitting there and I was like, immediately started looking it up. I was like, how the fuck?
Yeah, charcoal's just a natural fucking
purifier.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that shit showing up with to school? Like you crack that code and you show up to school and you're like, it's a fucking water bottle. Show your shit.
What do you think? You need to sweeten that?
I think so.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think we back sweeten this one.
So I still have one. The sweet and the spice.
So this is our second.
Yeah, a little sweeter.
Yeah,
but that's good.
This is our second spicy mead. I was gonna bring the first one over because the first one I had.
That's our oldest mead we have.
That's
probably the oldest mead I've ever made.
Well, because we haven't cracked it open. I left it. I hit it.
Did you?
To make sure he didn't get into it.
Well, make sure I didn't get in too.
That too.
Because I had
you guys have to do that shit too. You have to purposely hide shit from yourself, so you're like, I want to hold on to this thing as long as possible, and I don't want to fuck it up.
That's why my brother has 2 bottles of whiskey that I bought. They're like $200. Because I would have drank them already.
Yeah, because you know for a fact he's gonna be like, no, don't touch it.
Like this one, if I had to buy it, I would already
don't say
it.
Just in case she's listening right now. But I think this is the most expensive bottle I've ever bought.
Yeah, it was only $50. It was super expensive.
Yeah.
See, my boss at work. So
Happy Father's Day
to me.
No, fucking
rent's coming up. No.
Those are always interesting times as a dad where you're like, can we pay rent a week late, or can I get this fucking thing for myself?
Yeah. Are we okay if I get this?
Yeah, right. Like,
can I survive? Can I pay a late fee?
That's probably the most expensive.
I'm living that life right now.
Besides a car, that's the most expensive thing I've ever bought myself. It's that TV. It's
probably my bike.
I bought a new car.
My bike is.
Yeah. That's funny because I was gonna buy a bike, but then her car took a shit and the engine blew, so I had to give her my Altima and bought myself a new car.
You should fucking rent a bike, bro.
I should have
just do it.
No, because then there's fucking winter and other shit that you gotta deal with.
Get an ADV bike, bro.
Says the guy that wouldn't fucking drive over here tonight.
Hey, shut up.
Because
of the rain.
Certain fucking.
Hey, they make rain gear. I just don't have any. My shit ripped. I made the dumb decision. I was working for the excavating company at the time.
Yeah.
And I made the stupid decision, and I was like, it was that point where it was like, shit. And we were doing a lot of ground soaking. So I'm sitting there with like a 150 psi fire hose. Naturally, you're going to get wet as shit.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a fire department. They're like, we upgrade their stuff every year. No, that was from 1975.
That is like a perfect burn.
Yeah, dude, it's super.
Warms you up perfectly.
Have a little bit
Want some
more.
more?
Yeah, just a little bit more. But like, so Isaac's over there. He's over there like, son of a bitch. Can I was supposed to answer a question. So the way I foster the relationship with my kids,
Yes.
I think it's kind of a shit.
Your
way to-
relationship and bond, it says.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the same thing though? I'm going. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'll call him a wise person because he's probably going to hear this and he's going to be offended. But a wise man once told me, I heard this before I had kids, and it kind of absorbed into my personality as I was as a person. And I found a way to adopt it as a parent. Is we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. So once I heard that and I really like figured out what it meant, it was like I may be turning 30 this year, but I refuse to be a 30-year-old. I want to maintain as much fun and spontaneity that I can in my life.
So you could go hang out, like,
Yeah.
play with your kids.
Yeah, and like in something that like I'll give my parents credit. My parents were very much involved in my life. But I don't really, and this may just be my shit memory, but I don't remember my parents playing with me. Like just at home. Like I don't remember my dad ever coming to me and being like, "Hey man, you want to go outside and like, fucking play around, like play fight and stuff." And because I don't really have those memories, I told myself from the get-go I was going to play and have fun with my kids, and I was going to be that fun dad where like my kids would wake up and be like, "Hey, do you want to go fucking like beat the shit out of dad and like see what happens?"
Right.
And like it is like I've always, no matter how tired I am from work, no matter in my past career in armed security and stuff, like no matter how many shit situations I got into, I was always going to come home and like be there for my kids and interact with my kids. And I think with that, I used to like play wrestle with my oldest all the time. The youngest is starting to. He's starting to get that like, I can fuck him up. And it really just like, and always trying to be like on their level.
Right.
And like remember that like, yes, I'm a very highly intellectual compared to a 5-year-old that just learned how to use the toilet.
Right.
Kind of thing. So like always keeping it in the back of my brain that I have to take that step back and be like, oh yeah, he doesn't exactly understand what I know.
Yeah.
And trying to find the way to explain it to him that like a 5-year-old would understand it, which then in turn I think creates that better bond that he's like, oh, dad fucking understands what I'm feeling and what I'm going through. And like, the age-old statement, trying to walk a mile in their shoes, like, yeah, I walked those shoes 27 years ago.
Yeah, right.
So it's like trying to put it back in the brain is like, how the
was
fuck
it?
would I have handled that at 5.5 years old?
No.
See, that's like one of my earliest memories, and the only early memories I have of my dad playing with me was him doing like a steamroller thing, and like me and my sister were on our bed, and he was like steamroller, and he like rolls,
he rolls over you, yeah,
or whatever. And that was like the only like good, like shouldn't be the only good memory, but given my past with my father and everything that he put us through, he was abusive alcoholic eventually, and put us through a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I've never met your dad. I've met your mom.
He's him.
He's a dude. He's there.
So yeah, with our childhood, that's like one of my core memories. Is like that's the only thing I kind of remember of my past. Besides, when I was in baseball, when I was like 8, 9, and I remember him. He was our coach.
Oh, okay.
And he treated me like I was a fucking piece of shit. I wasn't good at baseball, so I understand why I did, but.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that. I'm an asshole. Holy fuck. I'm a terrible friend.
No, you're good. That was a joke, but still, like, he Yeah, like that is like my only core memory, and like I don't remember actually playing with my dad. I remember doing a few things, and like I said, with baseball, doing some training and coaching and stuff. I remember going on vacation once. I can't even think of it now, honestly. Me and him actually drove around from here to Ohio, from Ohio to Arkansas, from Arkansas down to Texas, Houston, Texas, and it was within a month, because we stayed with his my aunts, and because he has family all over
doing
the
the family
place.
stop down the map.
Yeah, they fucking are all over the place. So, but we went like Ohio, stayed for a week. We went from there to Arkansas. And then from Arkansas, we went to Houston, and like we stayed at each place for like a week. And that's like the earliest memory, but honestly, even within that time of doing that whole trip, I barely remember even hanging out or seeing my dad, like besides sitting in the car with him.
Right, yeah.
And
the drive from point A to point B.
Yeah, because even
hey, look at that mountain.
Because when we were there, I don't remember even hanging out. Like when I was at my aunt's in Arkansas, I swam the whole time. Didn't hang out with, didn't be around my family, and that was, like I said, I was probably like 8 or 9, or shit, I might have even been a little older then. I don't remember if that was after I broke into the elementary school. That'd be 11.
No, like the way I bonded. My dad is, I work directly with my old man right now, and it's fucking fantastic. But like the way I bonded with my father was motorcycles. Because we started on dirt bikes.
Which is funny, because I don't see your dad as a motorcycle guy. Like from what
he has a fucking Harley.
I've known your dad for so long, and I still have not seen that side.
Here, I'll lay it out to you.
Which is funny,
right?
I know the firefighter side of him, and I know that whole kind of deal,
So that I'll touch on that. But when I was a kid, I was probably 8 or 9. He bought me my first dirt bike. And that was like dead nice thing to go do. But my dad was quite older when he had me, because, you know, we have Siegel, my oldest brother. Then there's me, and then there's Bean. Funny, I just used her fucking nickname.
No, I know. Well, you can say that, because then I would know, and no one else needs to know.
But yeah, so like there's Siegel, there's me, and then there's Bean, and like he and Siegel always were like dirt bikes and motorcycles and stuff like that. And Dad grew up with motorcycles and used to ride and need an extension cord.
Well, if you have it plugged into your phone, you can't charge your phone at the same time.
I can't.
Oh, is there a charger plug too?
Yeah.
You need an extension cord? There's one out back.
Is there?
Yeah. Go ask her for the extension cord. Hey, baby!
I got it.
I almost went into my sarcastic husband thing. Woman!
And the fucking, not Home Improvement. What's the other one? The Bundys.
Oh, Al Bundy?
Al Bundy. What the fuck is it?
Fuck.
Married with Children.
Yeah.
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 That's the ultimate dad show right there. Like,
100%. 100%. I think Home Improvement was that nice, like, Hollywood perception of dad. But definitely the Married with Kids was...
Home Improvement is what women wanted from dads?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Married Children is what we are.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ted Bundy. Not Ted Bundy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then there's the other side.
What's his name? Bundy? Ed Bundy?
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy.
Yeah.
Some white boy name.
Ted Bundy killed people.
Yeah, he did. A little bit aged.
Look at that bottling.
Dude, that is professional, bro. Mm-hmm. Hey, did you cut that bottle?
Oh, fuck, I forgot.
That's mine. That's going home with me.
That's going on. You see the percentage?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Dude, I was looking at that. So there's... Fuck, that's even more... no, I'm trying to think of how... There's like a one you can buy in store that is a very predominant mead company.
Yeah.
And theirs is like, I think it's like fucking 19, 18. But they do have one that, from my understanding, was like 30.
Okay.
30%?
Yeah, that's
Even with what we did, there's still a little sediment build up
Oh, yeah?
that we just shook up, which I'm surprised.
Some guy was like on our Tic Tac, I think. Was
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Such a dad. My dad doesn't call it Home Depot. He calls it Home Depot.
Depot.
Home Depot.
That's
And it's
what
not
it is,
Walmart.
man.
It's
Depot.
Wally World.
Yep.
Wally World. Kings. King Stupids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like every like
That sounds
45
like
to
struggling.
It
50
is. So we we didn't know we had to soak the corks,
for 24 hours.
and we didn't soak our corks.
For
So
24 hours.
they fucking like shred.
We soaked them,
Just not long enough.
but not long enough.
Oh.
Yeah, we super soak it. If you know what I mean.
Fucking 90s reference if I've ever heard it. It's not. Hold on. Can you still buy them?
Super
Yeah, yeah.
soakers? Yeah.
Amazon. Do I need one right now?
Yeah,
I think I
look at
need
that
one right
color.
now. That is sexy.
It's got that lemony. It's almost like a fucking brisk iced tea, but
Yeah.
with some alcohol.
With some alcohol, just a little bit.
Just a fucking little bit,
This
bud.
is like almost as much
That's
as like
the strongest
a vodka.
meat, and
This
I've
is
had
the
people
strongest
say
meat.
that you can't go that high, but
Bullshit.
there's no way it didn't, because
You did it.
we did almost over 3.5 pounds of honey
Holy shit.
with that, and it came out to like well, so what is it called, the refractometer?
Yeah.
No, not refractometer, that's the other one.
Hydrometer?
The hydrometer.
Yeah.
So, which they do the same thing,
Yeah, yeah,
basically.
yeah.
But the hydrometer, it went beyond the levels of reading for sugar wise.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
shit.
So I expected it to come back to be like a 1.02 or 1.015 or something, to where there's some residual sweetness to it. It zeroed, or it fucking went 1.00, and I tested it 0.99, and it zeroed out. So that means it went way above the 18% max, and it had to go at least to 20, and
Yeah.
like, that's what it goes to if I put it into the mead ABV calculator. It says it would be a 20% alcohol.
Nice.
It was actually 21, but I felt
You
awkward
were
putting
feeling a little-
21, so I put 20.
Shit, I would have gone like 22.
No,
So-
someone said it was like way above. It was like, my calculation was like 38, 45%. I'm like, nah. I mean, I'm not going to discredit his math
Yeah.
skills because, God, mouth was never my strong suit.
The fuck no.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, that's fucking dope.
Video. Share any tips or hold on one second. Can you share any tips? Oh wait, I lost it. Right. Can you share any tips or advice? Don't share your tip. Can you
Whoa,
share
this
any
is Twitter.
tips or advice for other
Twitch.
dads who may be struggling with their parental role?
Oh,
Communication.
That's a good one. I mean, I figure like that has to be like kind of like not personal, but like a direct like
Yeah.
hey, like a direct question
It's-
like, hey, how'd you handle this situation? You know,
The way
that's
so
a pretty vague question. I guess like if you
the
like
best way I can answer that is not being afraid to communicate. Honestly, is like, you know, my wife and I have a very good understanding of like, if you're overwhelmed, say something.
oh yeah,
Because there is nothing fucking worse as a parent than being at the point where you're like about to punch holes in fucking walls and not being heard, not being understood, and not
I guess that's right.
being able to get your point
Yeah,
across.
that's a good point. Yeah.
It, like, is knowing when to like back out and be like, I am not
Take a
getting
step
any
back and
fucking ground. Help.
What's another direction that I haven't looked at? You know, what's another
Yeah,
another
like-
way of like that I could get through this barricade?
Yeah.
You know?
Like
I
how
get that. That's
yeah.
fine.
And
Yeah.
like something that she and I very from like before our first was born, and like to kind of go back to like an earlier subject is like how you guys went through custody battles and stuff. something before, even before our first son was born. We've had a very real conversation. It was like, what if? You know, we talked about the what if. What if we split up? What happens? And it was a very real conversation. That it was like, we will try to co-parent. That's the right term, right? Yeah.
Yeah, co-parent.
We will co-parent the absolute fucking best we can, because that not only affects our day-to-day, but it puts the kid in the middle of it.
Right.
And like,
I'm glad with Tori, my baby mama.
yeah,
She's finally getting to that point where she's realizing that.
just fucking say something.
Yeah, we're better off just
No,
talking.
What are you doing?
Sorry. I was staring at
I
was staring
100%.
at the
I kind of wanted to watch it. I kind of wanted to watch this
Now you have
happen.
to drink that.
It's like when the drunk girl at a party, babe, if you're listening, the girl at the party that picks up the dip cup, and you just sit back and you so badly want to be like, wait!
You wait till it gets to the lips, and you're like, no!
I can't let her do it.
If it wasn't equal rare.
Right. But no, like, really, and like, as far as really answering the question, the only way I can answer is being able to communicate.
Right.
Being able to, like, take that second to be like, I am about to burn this fucking house to the ground. I need your help.
That's a good way to put it.
Or is like, and like, even after a situation, like, you've handled a situation and then you come in and you're like, from your perspective, did I handle that right? Like, how would you have done it? And like, getting that fresh eye that is like, you were kind of an asshole. I would have done this. Like, oh shit, now I can take that to the next time that something like this happens. But really, I think it all boils down. It 100% boils down to communicating and being able to like know.
At least talk to someone, whether it be your parents or a friend, or. I know it gets kind of hard because like a lot of little friends aren't going through the same thing, or like finding that group that to find like you could talk to that can be around. Because I know when I was like had my kid, I moved to a different state. I knew no one out there. I tried to make friends. I couldn't make friends because I always had my kid with me. And every time I go out, try to make friends, I would always have to go pick up my kid early. So I couldn't really like go out and enjoy myself so much,
Right.
And I guess what I realized that was like part of the darkest time of my life. Just 'cause, like,
Our dad cast went off again.
Oh, that's weird.
I think your phone's probably not charged enough, so it keeps dying.
Oh, it's definitely good.
Damn.
Cheap ass iPhones.
Hey, don't talk shit about iPhone, motherfucker.
Normally you could charge it, but it's probably because it's not an Apple charger.
Could be. Yep, she just answered me. I was like, is the video still going? She's like, you went down again. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Give it a second.
God damn, I just heard kids screaming.
But yeah, I mean, just going from that deep and dark, because I wish I had someone to like talk to, because I couldn't really reach out to my friends, like, hey guys, I feel about this. They couldn't be like, no, I understand. Let me put my suggestions out there. And
It's only for your iPhone?
yeah, I know.
So I can connect it to my shit.
I need to buy you an adapter.
Yeah, we're going to go for an hour and 46 minutes.
50 minutes. Thank you. Thank you.
My phone's been
We're
recording
not
for
being
an hour.
super fucking specific over here. Motherfucker.
What do you know? You tried pouring your whiskey in your ashtray.
Hey, you can't prove that.
Yeah,
It's right there.
You can't prove that on your phone.
It's right there.
I can prove it, but you can't.
I'll have the same
And it's right here, bro.
Fuck you guys.
Just be glad we stopped you. At least we care
No,
enough
I
about
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
Fucker.
But we totally got sidetracked from the conversation that was at hand.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
remember what it was at this point.
Talking about how you
Just need to talk to someone. Just
Yeah.
fucking talk to someone. And I know it's hard to find that community, all in all. And always you always have your kids in mind. You're always gonna do what it takes to get your kid to the next step. Get your kid here and there and there.
What's the
And,
next
like,
question?
The
No.
biggest thing.
What's the next
Oh, yeah.
question?
No, sorry.
No,
you're
good.
still
No,
talking.
No, it's good.
You're
no,
talking.
No, we're gonna go to a place we should not go yet. Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
Are we gonna cry?
No,
Oh,
not yet.
damn it!
We'll cry later.
It's always good to have a good cry, man.
Always. I love. You know what? I've never been more sensitive.
After you
Now-
had kids, right?
Well, no, no. Even before, like, since I got with my girlfriend,
Mm.
I like never got like I don't know, like we'll watch something like super like heartwarming and stuff like that. There's been like a few things that like get my heart, like Coco
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like Armageddon.
My wife claims I've watched The Notebook. I don't remember
I've never
watching The
seen
Notebook. But she's like, you watched The Notebook and you cried like a bitch. And I'm like, what? No, I didn't.
No, I've never seen The Notebook. But like I've been way more sensitive now, and I cry way
me
more
and Lily
often.
just watched a fucking movie there the other night, and it was funny because I came in there and she was crying. Oh, it was the fucking Pete's Dragon.
The original or the remake?
No, the remake one.
Oh.
I haven't seen the remake.
Neither
It's-
have I. I
it's-
refuse.
No, it's not bad. It's not a bad movie. So it's fucked up because like literally the beginning of the movie is it's a fucking 5-year-old and he's in the car with his parents. They get in a car crash and they fucking get
Killed.
basically killed. They don't really
Unalived.
explain it, but until later on.
Mm-hmm.
But he ends up going into the forest and that's how he meets Pete or the
Right,
dragon or
right,
whatever.
Is that how
right.
it happens in the movie too?
Yeah. No,
I
I
remember.
And then the kid,
On the original?
I've never seen the movie.
I don't know what the I
I've
don't know
never
what the
seen the
original
movie.
is. I've never
I've
seen the
never
original.
seen the movie.
You've
I've
never
never
seen the original 1990s Pete's Dragon?
I've
What
never
the
seen Pete
fuck?
Dragons. I've never seen The Little Mermaid. I've never seen Cinderella. I've never seen
Fucking, I
Sleeping
thought
Beauty.
I was bad with Disney movies. Holy
Bro.
shit.
I've seen Snow White a bunch of times and Bambi a bunch of times.
Bambi's sad, bro.
Fox and the
Super
Hound is the
sad.
shit.
Fox
Oh,
and the
yeah.
Hound's the shit. That's a sad movie too.
100%.
Movie.
Fucking Lion King was my shit. Aladdin
Yeah.
was my shit.
I didn't
Fox
see
and the
Aladdin
Hound
until I was
Fox and the Hound was
28
my
years
favorite
old.
movie.
Really, Aladdin was
Yeah.
solid. And then Pixar came out and just like took over the show.
I think that's what it was. Is that once Pixar came around, I was like, no, fuck that shit.
Right? You only
Brave
watched
Little
I'm gonna watch
Toaster.
Toy
Brave
Story.
Little Toaster was dope, but you can't find the original movie.
Well, so if you want to get into
It
Mandela
was
effects, is
racist.
that apparently it never fucking happened.
The Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking did.
Same thing with fucking Sinbad.
Oh,
I knew that.
No. Sinbad wasn't real. It was Shaq.
No, it wasn't
Sinbad-
No.
Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq was the.
He's
It's
talking about
fucking-
Sinbad, the fucking
Yeah.
genie.
Yeah.
No, Sinbad was never the genie. It was fucking Shaq. You're gonna bring us.
So there's that's the
fact-checking
Mandela
on
effect.
this.
That's what they're. That's the
That's
whole
the whole
thing.
Mandela thing, yeah. But it was Shaq though. I don't
But
think
everybody
Sinbad-
believes that Sinbad played a genie in a movie.
I'm sure he did.
He never did.
There's video of him being the genie though.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but the one that
only
the-
video
I
of
literally
him,
watched
the
it.
only
But it's-
video of
it's
him
not
being as a
Shazam.
genie
It's
is
not-
when they followed up with the Mandela effect, and he did it out of
the thing.
out of a joke, basically.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I was right. Yeah, it's
Okay.
Shaq. They're confusing two.
Shaq was never a genie.
Shaq was a genie.
No, I
he had
think he's
Shaq
right.
had his own rap album, bro.
What?
Yeah.
He's a DJ now.
I knew
DJ
that.
Diesel.
He's not DJ Shaq. He
No.
was playing somewhere the other night.
For-
Remember the fucking white guy from fucking the new guy, the movie The New Guy?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
then, like Road Trip. What'd you do? Skin a fucking cheetah? Oh,
That's a good movie.
yeah.
I was
But,
watching. What was I watching? I was watching.
His name is DJ Qualls.
Yeah.
He's a real DJ.
No, that's just his name.
Oh, is that
His name is like David. Name is David Johnson Qualls or something
Wow,
like that. But it's like I was like, he's got the blackest name for a white guy. Like,
Makes that joke way more better.
Oh, shit.
Well, because I was watching Hustle and Flow the other day. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that guy was in
I
that.
Yeah,
fucking
he's
forgot
in
that
so
movie
many movies.
existed.
That's a good movie, man.
Holy shit. You know
Yeah,
what's
DJ
hot
Qualls
out
is the
here
shit,
for
man.
PM?
That's how I felt like every time I'm like setting this shit up. Every time.
I still
Yep.
listen to that song every once in a while.
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
good
you
song,
have
man.
to.
It's a good song.
Oh, we're off Twitch. We could actually play some music.
Mm-hmm.
What's the song we want to listen to?
You guys don't like my music, trust me.
We
Telling you
listen
right
to any
now.
music.
We listen to
bro.
everything.
I listen to scary music that keeps
I
you
listen
up
to
at
scary
night.
music, bro. What you know about that?
Fucking Bad
You wanna
Omens.
You want to listen?
Sleep Token? Have you ever
I don't
heard of
know-
Sleep Token,
no,
bro?
but it sounds fucking dope.
Pull up Sleep Token right now.
I was like,
Search it up.
Sleep
I
Token.
listen like.
I'm going to. Okay, so fuck the dadcast at this point.
Yeah,
Fucking
we're midnight dadcast. So.
Midnight.
midnight. Yeah, after hours, after dark.
Midnight at 8:30.
Did you want to do a sign off real quick? So sorry, like.
Oh, okay,
An
yeah.
hour?
Fucking, we're two bears, one caving in it. I'm Bert Kreischer the fuck out of this.
This is a midnight cast. We're gonna make a second channel.
Yep. I will 100% commit
What
to
the
be
fuck
on
am I looking up?
Sleep Token. 2 words.
Like Black Guy Token?
Kind of. Token as in like the character from South Park.
That's what I
So my
said.
girlfriend's like, we've been
Yeah.
together for 2 and almost a half
So,
years.
yeah, that was the summary.
I'm like, fuck. And then so he's like, tell Junior we'll have his wife make Winnie's birthday cake.
Tell her, hit her up. Homestead Bakery, bro. I have the link for it. I'll send you the link for it now. She sent me the link. So, yeah.
This is why we need cameras so we can answer our phones during this shit.
Yeah, right,
and make sure we're
right.
not in the middle of some shit.
But no, so Sleep Token, from what I understand, is a band from somewhere in Europe. I'm assuming England.
Okay.
But that dude with the mask right there, that's their lead singer, Vessel. He's fucking awesome. But the song The Summoning is so crazy because it genre bends so much. It's amazing. You're gonna fucking love this.
7.5 million views.
Yeah, and it's a fucking long ass song. But it's worth it.
Yeah, 6.5 minutes. That is
Yeah,
long.
it's
Oh, shit,
worth
I already
it.
looked your wife up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah, hold on 1 sec.
My nose itches. Yeah, just do video. I'm surprised my video is still going, honestly.
Yeah. I thought your phone would have died out by now.
No, I charged it before you got here, but I didn't think I had that much space. Because my phone shoots at 4K.
Oh, that's nice.
Well,
It's got
I have
an iPhone
it set,
12 for work.
I actually have it set to 30 frames ultra.
Nice. Hey,
What's up?
so you're on the podcast right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your wife?
Yeah. I'm Bert Kreischer the fuck out of this right now. I'm 2 bears, 1 cave in this shit right now. Hey, go ahead and plug your business for me.
So I'm Homestead Bakery on Facebook, and then I'm Homestead Bakery Co. for like Homestead Bakery Colorado on Instagram.
Oh, okay. How can people reach you? What's the best way? Email, Facebook messages?
So on my Facebook and my Instagram, I have both my email and my personal phone number.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so people can find you. And Isaac said that you have to make.
No, I don't have to make. Don't say it like that.
Oh no, it's already decided.
No.
I'm making you sound like that.
We're saying that we're gonna go to.
They're gonna go to you for a birthday cake
Yeah.
for his daughter.
Oh, perfect.
For her
Awesome.
first
I'm
birthday?
excited.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get a smash cake and a fucking everybody cake, bro. It's gonna be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
right.
so down.
All right. I love you.
Love to see you. Bye.
Bye. There we go. Now it's out there.
That's out there. It's on the hook.
Yep.
It's on the hook.
All right. Play this.
All right.
Play this fucking song.
Oh, wait, before we go, hold on.
God damn.
So thanks for listening for our last hour. We're getting off and going into our after dark here, but I'm
So
Spicy
After Hours
Bean Dip.
podcast. This is Talking Spiciness, and I am Talking Spiciness.
Ha 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 ha.
Sorry. This is Spicy Bean Dip, and I am Bakeness.
I'm Junior.
Check out his other podcast. We talk about Nordic
Episode
gods and
15.
everything. Huh?
Episode 15.
Episode 15. Oh, you remember that?
Oh, fuck yeah, I do.
Oh, fuck yeah. Episode 15. That's earlier in the year.
100%.
Heck yeah. All right. Yeah, check it out. Thanks for listening. You can follow us on
We appreciate
Twitch,
you.
TikTok, Facebook, pretty much everything and anything
We appreciate
at
you.
Talking Spiciness. Thanks.
God damn. Have you ever had Strainhands?
I have had straight hands.
I am
like
yet
straight
to
hands.
have it.
You haven't had it?
No. So their fucking distillery is down on I-25 in
I know.
Alameda.
I want to go so bad.
Yeah.
I've never been.
When I was a locator for the power company,
Yeah.
I'd fucking drove by there all the goddamn time. And if I 100%, if I was not in a company truck, probably would have made a fucking stop.
No, fuck yeah.